Yeah. Yeah. Here I am, back for the 170th time to Irv Seaver Motorcycles. The good old S1000, after those 2 tours up the coast, is getting its 12,000 mile service, and the brake fluid flushed as well. I'm actually overdue for that. So rather than sitting around on my ass and eating the donuts they have in there, which I will sit and do gladly, but rather than that, they have kindly loaned me this R1200GS Adventure, which I have never ridden before. I've never ridden a GS. I've ridden a Boxster engine, I've done the R9T, but I've never ridden a GS. As I turn into an old man, these things become, I don't know what happens, but they start becoming more and more attractive, especially for long tours. And I'm especially curious to see, from a comfort standpoint, I know it's not going to be as fast as a Multistrada, but from a comfort standpoint, how it compares to the Multistrada. But this is the GSA, so this is the Adventure version, I should say. So what does that get you? The roll bars, the crash bars, so it's more off-road. The biggest difference, I think, is the gas tank. This is the regular, the blue one here, the non-Adventure, which holds, I think, 6 or 5.5 gallons. And the Adventure, this big boy, is 8 gallons, which is a ridiculous amount of fuel. It's probably like a 300 or 400 mile range. I don't know. Anyway, shaft drive. Fairly popular bike. The old guys love this bike, and it's basically does anything you want. It's fast, and it can go off-road, and it's comfortable, it can tour, it does everything. So let's give it a spin. I actually kind of like the white too, I gotta say. White's not usually my thing, but I kind of like it on this bike. And I love the new LED lights. That ring looks awesome. Alright, let's give it a go. You know, this thing weighs, I don't even know how much, well over 600 pounds. And I have heard from people that once you get it moving, you barely notice the weight. And I can say that is true. I love it already. When you stand behind this thing and you look forward at the Boxster engine and this massive tank, it looks kind of intimidating because of how big the thing is. But once you get rolling, the size sort of disappears. You don't really notice it. Perfectly upright seating position. Oh, God, this is great, man. Before I got on the bike, they said, oh, have you ever ridden a Boxster engine before? And I said, well, I've ridden the R9T. And they said, oh, okay, because that, you know, it feels more clunky than the inline 4 on the S1000. I said, but it's a lot better than the R9T. Yeah, comfort is about a 10. It's perfect. The leg geometry is probably about the same, I would say, as the Multistrada. Actually, the seat, I don't know if this is the comfort seat or not, but the seat is a little hard, surprisingly. Actually, the layout, though, the buttons are pretty much the same as the S1000, so I have a lot of familiarity. But I'm gonna take it up here to Santiago Canyon Road, which is a small canyon that's not too far away, where Cook's Corner is, and see if I can get it going a little bit. I gotta check myself on the lane splitting. I'm a little fatter than I usually am. Ah! That front end will come up on you. I've seen guys do wheelies on these things a lot, actually. And, you know, you got that Boxster twin engine and shaft drive, so the torque is there for sure. It has the twist to put the screen up and down. Let's put it all the way up, see what the protection's like. It's got the keyless ignition, key fob. I guess it's got to be within 2 feet. This has got the quick shifter up and down, which I'm going to try here soon, which is pretty much seems to be becoming standard on all BMWs. So let's try the downshift here. Yep, works. Boom, the blipper too. So you can pretty much ride clutchless except for starting if you want. It's funny though, I don't, on my bike, and I would imagine on this bike it'd be the same, I don't use the quick shifter too much. The only time I use the quick shifter is when I'm on it, when I really want to go for it. But I actually still enjoy the mechanics of working the clutch. Got to keep those clutch skills on. Otherwise, you might as well just buy an automatic. Heated grips, cruise control, hazard lights. I mean, the layout, fog lamps. I don't even know if those are on. Oh, the little light comes on for fog lamps. Go ahead and turn those bad boys on. See, the cops don't even pay attention on this. They automatically assume you're an old guy out going to meet your buddies to read the newspaper and drink some coffee. God, it feels light, man. I mean, I feel like I could take a corner on this, really rip it around a corner. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that because where I'm going doesn't really have that. I don't know. The price tag is for real on these things. It's over 20 grand. Well over 20 grand for a brand new one. An adventure. And the non-adventures are right around 20 grand. That's before sales tax and registration and all those other add-ons. I do have to check myself on the lane splitting. I'm a lot fatter than usual. God, I'm like immediately comfortable on this too. Adjusting to this bike took no time. It's a completely different experience than the Multistrada. I mean, this is a true touring bike. You could ride this thing forever, whereas a Multistrada is kind of more of a sports bike, much more aggressive, rowdy, but it's comfortable and you can tour. That's a sport touring bike. This is a touring bike. But I figure if you're looking at an R1200 RT or you're looking at an R1200GS, I would say from a comfort standpoint, it's probably identical. This is probably just as comfortable as the RT. So even if you're not going to do any dirt at all, zero dirt, you know, there's justification to buy this because you never know when maybe you might. I don't know the weight differences, but I'm going to guess that this is a little bit lighter than the RT, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe I should have done my research first, but you know, people say, oh, those GSs, they never even see the dirt. It's a bunch of rich guys riding around. But it's kind of like, well, so what? You know, whatever makes them happy. And it's not, if you were sacrificing comfort or ergonomics for the off-road capabilities, then yeah, the R1200 RT would make sense. But they cost about the same, I think. And, you know, it's like, well, you might as well just have it there if you need it. And the weight. So, you know, I get it. I get why these are so popular. Wow, man. Lean this thing over. And what's nice, ow, it hit my shit on that Boxster engine, is that it's got a big old fat kickstand. So you don't have to worry about it digging in. Yeah, I have a feeling this is the stock non-comfort seat. I probably would look for a more comfortable, especially when, you know, if I bought this bike, I would be doing some serious miles. So I probably would invest in something a little more comfortable. All right, let's take this bad boy back to the dealer before they think I stole it. Well, I might as well put it in Enduro for a second, since I'm on the... See if I can get the back wheel to spin a little bit. Yeah! Yeah! Good stuff. Well, that's it, boys and girls. A quick, non-professional test ride of the 2016 BMW R1200GS. Conclusion? I get it.